Welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. We're your hosts, Chase Demore.
And Gabrielle Moses.
And today we're just covering a bunch of different topics.
There's drama going on. There's beef. There's some people mad about some Olympic stuff that went on. There's a lot to talk about today. What thing do you want to start off first with?
First and foremost, I know the Olympics are now done, come to an end. There's a lot of back-end drama coming on the tail end of that. Starting with, Noah Lyles and wanting to race guys like Tyreek Hill. My opinion on that is indifferent because Tyreek Hill is a very fast and phenomenal athlete. I think he's won a few sprints in his lifetime, a couple Under Armour All-American things, and their times are relatively close. But there's a big difference between track speed and NFL speed. So I don't really know why this is an argument about who is faster. But it also transitions into these flag footballers saying that they want to compete in the Olympics and that
it's 100% going to be.
There are no other athletes that can compete in the flag football because they're trying to cut the NFL people out.
That makes sense. See, did you know it's actually going to be in the Olympics?
No, is it?
Yeah.
No.
It got 100%. Breakdancing's out, but flag football's in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Sarcasm?
No, not at all. So that's it. And they were saying that the flag football athletes are much different than the NFL athletes. And here's my opinion on that. You go put Justin Jefferson as a slot in flag football and see how he does. You have a great time with that. There's a lot of drama and controversy on the internet about that.
I feel like they're two very different sports. Flag football, you just grab the flag off. Football, you actually tackle. So I feel like if these NFL players go in it, someone's gonna accidentally tackle someone and be like, "Oops, I forgot."
Yeah, no, I think the NFL has the best football players, and if we want, as American citizens, to win the Olympics yet again, then we're going to send NFL players, not the flag football boys that want to just have an Olympic sport and say it's different.
Hey, if they have girls on the team, I'd be like, "I'll play flag football." That's my sport.
There's girls on the team.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
they
that.
They have intramural flag football.
Well, yeah, I played that in college. But I thought for the Olympics, there'd be a men's only team. Do you think they'll have to wear padding and stuff for it too?
In flag football, they're going to have to wear padding.
I don't know.
So we can tell who does their research before the podcast and who doesn't.
I know about this flag football stuff. I just don't know. Do you think because it's for the Olympics, for safety reasons, they're going to make them wear a little bit of not full on football padding, but just a little bit?
What would the padding be for?
In case they get tripped.
On grass?
Yeah.
So anyway, Ashley Rogan and her family have been being threatened recently. Do you want to talk about that?
Rachel Reagan.
Whatever.
Yes. Okay, so it came out that her husband was actually on the judging committee that sent her to the Olympics. And people are just really mad about it because he's the one that even got her into breakdancing back in 2008 is what the article said that I read. And people were flaming him online now, being like, this is so unfair, which I agree. To a point, it is unfair. But then there are also some conspiracy theories saying that, no, he wasn't actually there. He was just on one of the committees for a different one, one leading up to the Olympic trial breakdancing thing. But the thing is no matter what, he was on a committee that judged whenever she was trying to place to get into the Olympics. And I watched him dance. I'll play the clip right here. I don't know how he's a real break dancer. He looks like a flopping fish out of water. Not good at all. It's not pretty. I don't know why they say breakdancing's a sport. I don't even know why. Who thought it would be good in the Olympics? Because now it's just caused all this controversy and stuff. And there's a lot of other controversy going on too with Jordan Childs. They still don't know if she's going to get her bronze medal back. That's still out and about. She's suing for discrimination now. It's 100% sure. And it's crazy. Now all the Olympics is just causing controversy after controversy.
Do you know how many times you said controversy in the last 30 seconds?
Twice.
No, you didn't. To topple on what I was saying about Rachel Rogan, or whatever the hell her name is, her family has been getting death threats. So she has come out online through multiple magazines, TMZ, People Mag, all these, with an interview when she broke her silence pleading the audience, pleading the people watching back home, making these judgments upon her to stop threatening her family with their lives, financially, doxing, online, whatever it is. She is currently on vacation in Europe right now with her husband, as she should be, regardless of what the people back home think. She's an Olympian after a hard-fought Olympic battle game where she took last place. But, it's no secret that, a lot of that comes with a lot of emotional turmoil as an athlete. And doing your research on this, she has taken a break from the internet, was silent for, about a month or so after all this stuff came out. But unfortunately, like I said before, had to break her silence because her family was receiving a lot of very uncomfortable threats. And, I'm going to play the clip here. This is her saying, basically, please stop harassing my family because this is getting completely out of hand. As far as Jordan Chalmers or whoever Gabrielle is talking about, that also came to be settled, and they are not reversing any decision on the bronze medal, and that's that. They did a review on it. They had a whole panel. They had a jury and a verdict on it, and it is not being reversed.
See, but now she's suing them, so it might get...
She's not being sued either.
No, she is suing them.
She's not suing them.
Oh, I read a thing literally last night.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, go.
So another thing that happened, everyone hates Blake Lively right now, especially on TikTok, but apparently all her cast members on It Ends With Us, they all are on her side. Her and Justin Baldoni not getting along. If you've scrolled on TikTok at all, the comments are pretty bad. And now people are bringing up her old interviews, which I'm going to play a clip right here.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you.
In this clip, she just recently announced that she was pregnant. So the interviewer goes, "Oh, congrats on the little bump." And she goes, "Congrats on your bump." Like saying something backhanded to the interviewer. And it's like, she was just trying to congratulate you on, announcing your pregnancy. And just the entire interview is so awkward. And the interviewer came out later, and she actually posted this years ago. It's just resurfacing. She's saying that she does not want to be, she almost thought about quitting being an interviewer because of how bad that interview was. And then there's things coming out about Zendaya giving her bad looks. And then the lady who played Meredith Grey giving her bad looks. And everyone's saying that everyone kept quiet because it's Blake Lively. And now that no one likes her, all these stories are coming out, and it's insane. Everyone hates the movie. They don't like how she portrayed her role. They're saying they needed someone completely different. It's just going viral everywhere, and I feel like they just need to pay attention to the bigger story and what the purpose of the movie is to raise awareness about domestic violence, and people are they're focusing on this Blake Lively drama instead.
I'm not familiar with the Blake Lively drama, so I don't pretend to know what the hell I'm talking about, unlike some people on this show. But I have no idea what's going on with the Blake Lively controversy. I'm just now hearing about this. I did hear something recently about how the movie was not what people thought it was. People thought it was going to be some rom-com, but it did come out as a domestic violence thing. And it's a very serious thing. If you guys need mental health, or if you guys are going through anything like mental health-wise, domestic-wise, definitely reach out, because the reason that movie is probably facing a lot of backlash and controversy is because it's not truly reflecting what actually is going on. And if it is, maybe it's not in the most accurate light. I need to go see the movie. I need to make my own judgments for it. But as of this time, I don't really have a super strong opinion on that. But what I will talk about, something that is very, very new, that's going to be very big. A lot of us children grew up on Disney Channel. Disney Channel is a big influence in a lot of day-to-day lives. And I recently met the marketing director of Disney last night, I believe, and he was telling me, the main thing that Disney focuses on is mom vlogs, families, men in their 20s, and children. That's the big four that they focus on, primarily their social media content, marketing, commercials, etc., etc. So as a lot of you may or may not know, Mickey Mouse, the patent on that has now expired. It expires. You can only have a patent on something for I think 100 years or something like that, and they could not get the original Mickey Mouse repatent. So Mickey Mouse is now being removed as the mascot of Disney, and they are replacing him with the dragon called Figment.
It's so ugly. I'm not gonna lie. That's not Disney. When I think of Disney, I think of Mickey Mouse. Make a new Mickey Mouse. Figure that out. You're Disney.
Well, they have a lot of iterations of Mickey Mouse. The original one is just expiring, therefore people can, make
Their own
anything,
merch.
their own merch. They're in anything. Kind of removes their genuality, their uniqueness. Inserting with Figment the dragon. How Figment got selected, it will be a mystery to me, but basically it's this purple dragon. You may or may not have seen him, but the statue at Disneyland is now going to have this little dragon.
That's so messed up.
All of like the little playground areas are going to insert this artificial dragon. And I don't know about you, but that ain't my mascot.
So what are we gonna wear? Dragon tails now when we go to Disney World instead of Mickey ears?
Right.
Be for real.
You see this time and time again. First, you got Elon Musk taking over Twitter, calling it X. Then you got Mickey Mouse getting replaced for Puff the Magic Dragon. It's crazy.
Let me just read this from online though, because I was like looking up this Figment stuff and I could not believe it. Like, not only do I think it's the stupidest thing ever, but Figment wasn't even from a movie. It says in the 80s, it did appear in a series of educational Disney shorts and some Epcot promotional content. But despite his immense popularity, if he was immensely popular, why does no one know who he is?
Well, I'm going to tell you why. So a lot of you guys don't know this, but I sent Gabrielle throughout the week briefs on what we're going to talk about in this podcast. And you can tell whether she reads them or not. But if she would have read the one that I sent her, the one that she thought was fake about Figment.
I did say it was fake.
It does say in there that the reason they chose Figment is because he is the most recent and new dragon. Therefore, they can have the patent on him the longest. Therefore, they would not have to change it. They could easily use like Goofy or one of the old people, but here's the thing about them is they were not created long after Mickey Mouse. So as soon as the patent was up on Mickey Mouse, they are following right
And it's a
behind.
100-year patent is what they did.
100-year patent, and now there's going to be new rules, regulations with all of that FDA entertainment stuff. I said FDA, not Federal Drug Association, but the basically
I know
like
what you're talking
SAG. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stuff like that. They're going to change a bunch of like the marketing stuff with it so that they can actually have a patent. So they are going to build around this dragon named Figment, who doesn't have immense popularity right now. But listen, when they came up with Mickey Mouse had no popularity, and now he's Mickey Mouse.
Well, that only took 100 years for him to really become this popular. Like, I hope someone at Disney has one single brain cell to think, maybe we shouldn't do this.
I think it'll be hugely successful as long as they campaign it right. Like I said, mommy vloggers, families, men in their 20s, and children. So that's like the predominant market. And
Why men in their 20s?
because where are you
They
gonna take?
buy all the stuff.
They like men buy
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Men buy all the stupid crap. You see me, I go to Disneyland and I buy a $300 lightsaber just.
Or you with even just like your other stuff, like
Right.
World of Warcraft stuff.
I got a lot of cool shit.
Guys, don't even get me started about all this World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft just came out with a new
Yeah, they call it-
expansion.
Now, many of you guys care about this on this podcast because Cap's now reaching because somebody didn't read my notes.
No,
that
I did.
sent
I have
her.
a whole notes page.
No, I'm sure she did. That's what she's talking about, video game expansions. Like she knows anything about that.
No, I actually did.
Right. Moving on to the next topic that I wanted to touch on really quickly is recently I had this YouTube video going out with a couple of these Love Islanders that I did for the YouTube channel. I just want to touch on a few of my thoughts, just getting caught up on a lot of this reality TV drama. Here's the thing with these new Love Islanders. I have not seen numbers like this since I filmed the original Too Hot to Handle. These people are arguably on the most successful season of Love Island ever. And I want to talk a little bit about what has been going on in their lives. A lot of them have noticed increase in followers, fame, money, whatever you want to call it, to the point where, mind you guys, I have like 2-ish something million on Instagram, 2-ish something million on TikTok, and these people have done, and I've done 11 TV shows and 2 professional sports. These people have done 1 TV show and are blowing me out of the water by millions. And it's actually insane. You got people like Rob, Leah, Danielle, Cece, all these people that were on this most recent season of Love Island, just complete overnight stardom, fame, all these great things. I'm really happy for them, but like honestly, here's where Love Island went right and everybody else went wrong. not only did they have a great cast, the great cast is
They did a
important.
really good job casting.
The second thing is they had real episodes that people could attach themselves to. Emotional attachment is what they want to call it. The thing with TV shows like Perfect Match, Two Out the Handle, you got a bunch of frauds in there, a bunch of victims, right? And you got 10 episodes of people playing victim. It's hard to relate.
And crying and puking.
Yeah, we already touched on that, but like 10 episodes of people playing victim versus 33 episodes of people actually genuinely trying to find love, of people that aren't really necessarily famous. Granted, Leah, she had like a lot of money and she knew a lot of people and whatever and this and that and the fourth. But in all reality, none of them were famous until this TV show. So they were more relatable. They were more cultured, I would say. And honestly, when you have 33 plus episodes of watching people's day to day, it gives you something emotionally attached to. And I think that was a strong curator of the success of the seasons of Love Island.
It's also way different than Netflix because they do it live. Did you know that? Like while they're in the villa, the episodes are going up.
I just said that.
No, you didn't.
I just said you can follow them day to day.
Oh, I thought that, okay. I meant like live, you know? Like in Netflix, there's so many producers, so many editors. Yes, some of Love Island is edited a little bit, but it's not to the point where...
It is very edited. They film a day and then it doesn't come out until the next day. So
Yeah.
they have a day to film and chop.
Yeah, but I'm saying Netflix kind of overthinks their editing a little bit and they just do too much. And like you're saying with the cast and everything, it's just...
It all has to mesh together in a sense. And, you know... But moving on from that for a second, I just want to talk on the last bullet note that I had on my notes was I want to talk about this Brooke Schofield and Tana Mojo situation. So a lot of you guys have seen Tana's back on her podcast, the Cancel Podcast, by herself because she removed Brooke Schofield from it. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys are being simps online. I'm telling you guys are feeding right into this trap. Sometimes I think people do this for clicks. And I think what Brooke has done successfully is, granted, she said some very controversial or racial and indirect things, but here's what she's doing. She's making storytime TikToks about it and milking all of you consumers for every dollar you have. Just so you guys know, she gets paid whatever her relevancy is, per RPM, revenue per minute, per 1,000 views. So those videos she's getting millions of views on that are over a minute long, that all of you are commenting, liking, subscribing. She is motivated to keep doing stuff like that because you are putting money directly into her pocket. And it's the same with Tana, who's running the Cancel Podcast, because now all of you consumers are going over to her podcast to watch why Brooke isn't on there. And granted, it's a great marketing scheme, but they are very smart people. They are successful because of what they have been able to do on social media. So yes, she did say a lot of controversial stuff that I'm gonna let Gab touch on in a second. And two, she turned a bad situation and made it lucrative for herself, which, you know, everything with a grain of salt, I guess.
Well, and here's the other thing too is I actually watched a TikTok on, she's actually been gaining followers through all of this.
Shocker. It's like that one girl that was saying all that racial crap on Twitter and blew up.
Yeah, I mean, that's also kind of what Brooke did. And she's blaming it on the fact she was like 19 when a lot of these tweets came out, and she's saying slurs.
19.
Yeah, she was 19
grown.
when it happened. And she's saying that she was raised by her grandparents. Her parents were addicts, so they were not in the picture. And because she was raised by her grandparents, they had older types of beliefs, a little bit more old-fashioned. And so she's saying since she was raised by them, she started believing those things that she was told by them. And it took her until after college and living on her own for her to get her own beliefs. So while she was living with her grandparents, she's tweeting out, I'll put it on the screen. I don't want to say what
let's
she
not
said.
get you canceled.
Yeah, I don't need to say any of it. It's going to be on the screen right here. But she's pretty much blaming it on her grandparents. And then her mom recently actually came out and was like, why are you hating on my daughter? She said what she said and all this stuff. And now people are like, why is the mom now getting involved? Like she already outed you and said you weren't even in her life. And now you're trying to be like there for her and like help her through this. But anyways, she's also starting a new podcast too. So even more PR towards that. Now, I don't think what she said was right. What she did was very much so wrong. But it's how you handle the situation. If you actually are sorry about it and your actions show that, not just in the week following up after a very controversial thing, if years down the line you adjust the way you act and speak and you learn from your mistakes, That's very different than using something as, clicks or attention and say you're going to change and pretend like you're sorry and not really follow up with it.
Right, and I agree, and I think that, like I said, like she took a bad situation, and rather than hide behind a scapegoat, she has been making TikToks like her life hasn't changed. And what she do, she makes a TikTok, and then she makes another video about how she's not pretending like it's not a thing. Like I said, guys, like I'm gonna show you guys like this mac and cheese video. This is how much I made on making a mac and cheese video, and all of you guys watch me make this mac and cheese. I'm gonna put this right here.
That was a good video.
This is almost $5,000, and all I did was go to the store and spend like $30 on some mac and cheese, and you guys watch me make this. So imagine what she's making off of these videos.
And she has a lot of the videos too.
Imagine.
And all of her videos are now getting hella views. I can't imagine what she's making.
Right.
I don't make numbers like that on TikTok. I will on like a few, not 5,000. I don't even think I've ever made 5,000 on one TikTok video.
Yeah. Before I transition to the next segment, this is just a shout out to everybody in Jersey. I will be fighting in New Jersey on the 7th of September. Finally back into the ring, finally getting after it. Terry Mavic, whatever his name is, he's been knocked out a few times. I don't know, little bro.
We don't care.
But I'm going to go in there. I'm going to knock him out pretty quick. I don't get paid for overtime like I always say. And hope to see everybody in Jersey there. I personally will be giving out a few more tickets. I know I've given out quite a bit. I've put people in group chats, rallying up a whole squad of people out there. I personally will be there signing gloves, signing autographs, whatever you guys need, taking pictures, and meeting all of you wonderful people in the Jersey area. It's my first time to Jersey, so please be nice to me because I heard Jersey can be rough.
Oh no, I've heard it.
It's next to New York City, which is like the mecca of boxing. So
the Jersey accents. I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited to be out there with all of you guys, and I am forever grateful. Thank you. I will be fighting on Rising Star Promotions. I am not done with Misfits. This has been a very popular topic on Twitter recently. If I'm going to be done with Misfits or not, we're going to keep Gabrielle's opinion to herself.
I know. I literally did my mouth closed.
But no, we're not done with Misfits. We are just basically going and staying active as a fighter, as a lot of you guys may know.
You got to stay in shape.
You got to stay in shape. You got to stay ready. You got to stay moving.
You only have so much time.
Exactly. And I was given a great opportunity to fight on an undercard for a championship. And I'm looking forward to getting out there with Jersey, fighting in the U.S. and really, putting on display what I've been working on, in the influencer scene, in the pro scene, in the celebrity scene, whatever it is.
You're about to show like your improvements too.
I'm about to show a lot.
We should do like a before and after, like right next to each other after your fight.
Right. Yeah. And, I'm super excited to be out there and do that with all of you guys. So if you're in New Jersey and you're interested in coming to the fight, make sure you reach out to me, comment on this video, comment on this post, whatever it is. And I will put you in the group chat along with all the other lovely people that I've been connecting with in the Jersey area. So.
Yay. Next thing, have you heard about the MrBeast manual for his employees?
I have.
You have?
What do you know?
Okay, so there's several.
These sound like my notes, guys. He's asking me questions about my own notes.
Because I told you I actually read everything. So there's a few different things that were very...
If we were connected to a lie detector right now, that would come up as that girl shows up the podcast and doesn't read us. She reads them as we're sitting here on the podcast. You guys are getting the most
watched the videos,
raw,
Chase.
Genuine reality TV. This girl does not watch a single thing about the podcast until it's time to film. Does not.
I watch at least 30 seconds.
Don't lie to your fans. I watched 30 seconds. She glances at it and goes, okay, Chase got it this week again.
No.
A year later.
No. I read this. Anyways, there's several different things that were very like red flaggy. And Roseanne was actually the one who made the like YouTube video and a TikTok. Roseanne Paz, I don't know how to say her last name, Pinzino. Anyway, she's a really big creator. She's been on all the platforms a while. She made a full dedicated post, pretty much reading the manual word by word. And one thing she really highlighted was the types of players she has, or MrBeast wants. It's the A player, B player, or C player. There's only room in this company for A players. A players are obsessive, learn from their mistakes, coachable, intelligent, don't make excuses, believe in YouTube, see the value of this company, are in the best and they are the best in the world at their goddamn job. B players are new people that need to be trained into A players, and C players are just average employees. They don't suck, but they're not exceptional at what they do. So that's just part of it. Then another part of this is no does not mean no. It was like a whole page in this document, pretty much saying if a company says you can't film here, No doesn't mean no. Find their supervisor, email them, figure out a way so that no becomes yes. And it's pretty much like pushing people to their boundaries, to their limits. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll put it up on the screen right here so then you guys could read it. It's a massive paragraph, but I just want to highlight it. It says, don't just stop because one person told you no. Stop when all other conceivable options are exhausted.
Yeah.
Is that not extreme? Is that not so extreme? Like, and this was not just a few pages of a worker's manual. It was a book. I saw the documents. I saw the pages. And I've never seen anything to this extent. I get employee training. Maybe they need some HR training. But this, they wanted to change their employees, like who they were as people.
Yeah, MrBeast has a lot going on for him. And like a lot of people are really, he's doing a great, like, here's my opinion on MrBeast. And I'm the same with Andrew Tate. It's like, I like Andrew Tate. It's no secret. I think he's done a lot of great things. I think he says controversial things, but as a person, I really like him. I think he's a very strong masculine male. And like, as you all know, that I'm a very masculine male. And I think that recently, him getting arrested again, it seems like an ongoing pattern. Similar to how MrBeast is, there's always somebody trying to take down whoever's at the top. And here's the thing, like, to make it something strong, you have to break it down. And I think people coming at him is only going to make him stronger. He's going to continue to do great things for this world, continue to, change people's lives for the better, and continue to do great content that all of us are super eager to watch. With that being said, fame is not everything, because you got guys like Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot of you guys might not know this. Cristiano Ronaldo just broke the YouTube record for hitting 20+ million subs in less than 24 hours on YouTube. Bro dropped a YouTube channel and passed iShowSpeed, passed MrBeast's record, who held the previous world record for fastest growth to 1 million subs. Broke past everybody, essentially.
To be exact, he got 1 million in 1 hour and 29 minutes. No one has ever done that before. Imagine getting your plaques all on the same day. He not only got the silver plaque, he got the gold plaque, and he got the diamond plaque, all within probably the same day.
Now imagine they probably did all those plaques in advance so he could have them for the videos, because I'm sure they assumed. But imagine they did all that and then he doesn't, like, it just flopped.
That wasn't even a thought. He's bringing so much money to YouTube.
As you guys heard me say on Perfect Match, I'm the A-lister around here, right? I'm more famous than Cristiano Ronaldo.
One day you'll get your golden play button. Don't you worry. You're on your way up. You have your silver one for now.
I have a silver one, guys. I'm good. I was content with the silver one. One day I woke up, I told the guy, I was like, look, I want the silver plaque. And I was like, I grinded for a couple months. And I got it. Recently, I've been doing a lot of research on shorts and other YouTube content. I got a lot of really exciting things that I am working on personally. It's just really hard right now because obviously I have this fight coming up. So a lot of my energy and resource and time has been committed to in the gym twice, sometimes 3 times a day. So, once we can resume our normal life, I will be back to full-time content creation, creating the best and highest quality content. I got a lot of really exciting things that I want to get back to, multiple channels with a lot of different content on it, including some new dating segments for a lot of you dating reality fans, which leads me to my next question for Gabrielle. A lot of these people on these dating apps, and we talked about this on old podcasts,
I'm scared.
Do you consider other dating, what are you scared for?
I don't know what you're about to ask.
I literally asked a question. I was like, what is your opinion on dating apps?
Oh.
Because we've talked about this on the podcast before, where I've said Instagram is basically like a modern day dating app, but a lot of my friends are on this app called Raya.
Oh, God.
I want to talk about Raya for a second, because Raya, whoever's on Raya has a bone to pick with me. You guys can kiss the blackest part of my ass, because I've been on the wait list for 3 years, and Shelby that works at Starbucks got approved the same day because she was sleeping with X, Y, and Z NFL player. Like, you're not a celebrity, ma'am.
You might just not be that cool.
That's impossible. It's impossible.
No, the thing about Raya, people pay like $19.99 a month to have a Raya account. I'm like, are you that desperate?
I'm going to work, and here's the thing, is like, and I've tried to do this idea before, but it seems that my account always gets banned because I'm unverified on any dating app. And my plan is I'm going to get these dating apps, right? I am going to spend a week invested into these dating apps to see how many dates I can secure on this dating app before they suspend my account. I just want to know.
What, for catfishing?
For catfishing, like, I think I tried this like last summer when I tried to get one of the, well, first of all, I got denied from Raya. Like they said, absolutely not, sir.
Oh, how's your ego after that one?
I was way too famous for it. That's why they said there's no way you're actually chased the more. You don't need a dating app.
You just walk outside and the girls.
Exactly. They flock. You know what I mean? I gotta keep them off me. You know what I mean? I smell too good. I look too good. Smile too pretty.
There's a line whenever you wake up in the morning.
Exactly. I tweet out every morning. I've awoken. Everybody, good morning, Daddy.
Oh gosh. Let's humble you a little bit.
On a serious though, I think it would be interesting to see like how much easier it is to pull on these dating apps. Because me personally, I have never used a dating app. I don't think it's that. I think that dating apps actually make things more complicated because it hides
Your issues?
your issues. It's easy to say like the perfect response to everything. So when you meet them in person, you don't sound the same on a dating app. It can cause like a lot of discomfort, uncomfortable situations within the date. For example, or en español, por ejemplo, I think that, you know, if you're talking to somebody and they send you like elaborate like text messages, nowadays you have like ChatGPT and like a lot of these other things like, hey, can you help me reply to this? For people that are socially awkward, think of like, you know, a lot of
I get some chat GPT responses from some certain people.
Right. But think about it in the sense of like, okay, you got ChatGPT. Can you reply to this with the perfect response? It doesn't come on too strong. It doesn't come on too shy. You have this perfect response from a computer-generated thing that downloads thousands of data, analyzes thousands of conversations. It gives you the perfect response. And you are always sending this perfect response to, you know, this person on this dating app. Always. I'm not saying this is everybody, but then you meet them in person and they're asking you like intricate questions, comprehensive, you know, questions that require like, you know, comprehensive responses. And all of a sudden you don't have ChatGPT to help you out with that. How awkward does that make that date in person? Like, oh, it was a bad date. You know what I mean?
I don't think dating apps ever end well. I mean, sometimes in the rare like 5% they do, but I think it promotes like infidelity for sure. Because you're talking to like 10 people at once, you're just gonna get them mixed up in your head.
Yeah, what do you mean it promotes infidelity though?
Like, I don't know. Like, I think it promotes you keeping your doors open no matter what. Like, because you're constantly looking for someone better on a dating app. Like, oh, maybe I don't want to swipe right on her because what if I'll find someone like 3 swipes down who's even better and I want to super swipe her.
Well, that doesn't, like, that kind of, you kind of just go back on what you're saying. What you're saying there is it promotes infidelity. But if he's not swiping on that person because he thinks he's going to find somebody better, then he just waits for the person that comes better, and then he still swipes on them. The thing about with dating is like, I'll use this term called serial dating, and I think it's super healthy. I think it's super important early on in life when you're like, you know, anywhere from like, you know, 15 when you first start dating, some of you earlier, to like, I don't know, like 23. Whatever you before you like start taking like serious relationships. You're gonna have some serious relationships in there in between, but based off of my knowledge, what I studied, what I learned in school, there's a lot of developmental changes within that time frame of like 15 to 23. You're not going to be the same person. And the thing about it, and that's like vastly different. I'm talking like annually you're going to be a different person. So I think to say like these dating apps promote infidelity because you were dating X, Y, and Z person when you were 15, 16, 17 versus different types of people when you're 18, 19, 20 versus, you know, later after 21, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what I think the important thing about dating apps is I think that they can be super crucial in the sense of you meet somebody and you have a general idea of them. You really like this person. You think are your type. They have a lot of good qualities, but they have some stuff that you don't really like so much. So now it's like you take all of the good and you can see if you can live with some of the bad. So that way, if it doesn't work out with that person, now you find another person that has, you know, some of that bad, you know, but also doesn't have some of that bad. You know, does that make sense? Like they have, you know, different things. What you need and what you can compromise with.
Needs and wants.
Needs and wants. Exactly. That's a great way to put it. And I think that serial dating is important for that because it's like, it also relieves a lot of pressure off of that one individual person. A lot of these, you know, men out there recently with the painted fingernails and tears and stuff like that, they cry and they're very emotional and they're very attached and they're loving people. They have a lot of love to give, but they become so emotionally invested into one person that if it doesn't work out with them, they start to self-destruct and they come on too strong.
But a lot of people do that.
Have you ever had a guy come on to you really strong? Right.
Yes.
Exactly. And how did that work out?
Cut him off.
Exactly, because nobody likes like that really strong overwhelming. And when you have person is so focused on one person, they put all their eggs in one basket at the very beginning when you don't even really know this person.
Yeah. No, that's true.
It is true. And here's my thing about people is like, you can pretend to be a person for so long, but at the end of the day, your true self always does come out over time. So it's like that cupcake phase and all that great stuff. Love bombing is a popular term. Once you move past the love bombing and cupcake phase and you move into like who they are as a person, you really decide if you can live with this person. Because here's the thing is no person is ever going to be perfect.
Wait, can I ask a question? I've never heard the term. I know what you're talking about, cupcake phase. I've never heard anyone call it cupcake phase before.
You never heard like a being called the cupcake phase, like the first like 2-3 months of dating?
No, I like that though. I like that.
It's like you are
Like,
always,
you still have the butterflies and everything.
you have the butterflies and you're just like, it's kind of just like new to dating. It's like you're always wanting to just do everything together and like,
For some reason, I've only heard honeymoon phase.
or like you ever heard
Same
the term
thing.
like you're cupcaking?
No, I must live under like a rock.
Oh, maybe this is where I come from. We call it like
It must be another Seattle thing.
must be. It's like a cupcake phase. It's like when you're like super like, you know, overbearing and very sweet. You just want to be around that person all the time. But here's the thing about dating is when you get into dating, there's sometimes you're like, please get the fuck away from me.
Give me space. Don't
Let
talk
me
to
go
me.
breathe.
Let
Like,
me wake up in the morning and you not talk for 2 hours.
like I just want to feel like it's like, and there's no shade to them, but think about it like your mother or your father, your siblings, like you all have these feelings where it's like, please just get the F away from me so I can feel like I'm like my own person for like 10 minutes of
Yeah,
the day.
that's fair. That's
You know, it's like, and like I said, the cupcake case is great, but it's great for only that set amount of time. And when the true person comes out, that's when you start to notice the transition between the two.
No, exactly, because you're a human. It's okay to like burp in front of each other or like do humanly things.
Exactly.
It's okay to make mistakes. It's
Which-
okay to forget some things.
Which is why we are talking about dating apps and the importance of serial dating, because I think that when you do have, you know, I'm not saying go out there and have like 5 girlfriends, and I'm not playing the innocent card saying I've never done that. But what I am saying is, here's the thing. Women, I'm talking to the men out there for a second, and then we'll talk to the women. Men out there, women have like this thing about them where they just like to feel like they're the only one. They like to feel like they are like the greatest ever, and it's your job to make them feel like that every single day. And the day you don't do it, they're gonna let you know about it, and then the insecurity sets in and like X, Y, and Z. That's the thing. Men are kind of like very primal thinkers. They're like, oh, look, bing, bing, big butt, bing, bing. You know, this is typically how men look at things. Women are more emotionally attached, right? Generally speaking, I'm not saying it's left or right, but in the mix of generality, that's how it is. So here's the thing. If you want a woman to make her to feel special, she has to feel special in the sense of, okay, look at this pool of women that I had to choose from, right? You have A through B, or A through Z, I mean. You have all these women to choose from, and you just happen to pick W, right? The middle and the back, like, you know, you pick this one. Well, why did you pick this one? Well, it's because letters A through whatever and W through whatever didn't fit the mold for a specific reason, but this one fit the mold, therefore this one's special. So you know this one's special now, and she knows she's special because you chose to pick her. Men, it's a little bit different because you look at things very possessively. You're like, well, she doesn't pick me, then I'm not picking, then it's a wrap. I'm not gonna pick her, right? Causes like a lot of issues. So the thing about serial dating on apps is you figure out what you can learn from, you figure out what you need, what you don't need. And here's the thing, if it doesn't work out at the end of the day, the app is always there and you can swipe and find the next person. So I don't think it promotes infidelity.
Okay, that's fair. I see what you're saying. I just
Do you think if I got an app though, I would have like 100 dates on there? Can you imagine if I got on these apps and I got no swipes? Like,
I really hope that would happen, actually. Humble you down a little bit.
can you imagine just, yeah, bro, you just ain't it. Like,
What picture would you choose for your dating app?
this one right here.
Oh my goodness. Screenshot it right now.
Screenshot this, chat.
Oh my goodness.
Hey guys, welcome back to the #1 podcast in the world. So last week I got 0 matches.
No, it's just gonna be like, so guys, at a date every single day of the week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
See, unfortunately for you guys, I did real life dating apps just for you guys.
No, exactly. Don't know what's so funny. I'm pretty sure my twin sister used to use dating apps while she was in college to get free food. No,
I
like
would
she
do
would
it.
literally tell me, she'd be like, "Oh, I have a lunch date. Oh, and a dinner date. Like I'm getting 2 free meals."
I would
today."
do it. I ain't spending nothing. I'd be like, hey, like get on the dating apps, you match. Hey, baby, what do you want to do tonight? Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, like. I got a lot of laundry and homework tonight. I would love like a chill date inside where you just come over and help me do my laundry. And then I just kind of like lay there. And then my laundry's done.
So something you would do.
100%. Homework's
can't
done,
even-
laundry's done. I got a meal cooked for me.
No, you can't even build things by yourself.
I don't build things.
You've recruited friends to build every single piece of furniture you've ever owned.
That's right. It's called marketing. It's called marketing. Like, hey guys,
Have you ever even used your own 2 hands to put something together?
these delicate hands, I put things together all the time. I put together a lot of controversy. I put together a lot of broken hearts. What can I say?
Okay, now.
I do a lot. I put these hands together when I'm in the ring. All right. That's the only thing these hands are
Sometimes
made
I
for.
just hear things come out of your mouth and I'm like zoning everything out. And that's just what happened.
Look, I did real life dating apps for you guys as entertainment, all right? It's amazing that Tinder hasn't sponsored me at this point. I've done 11
I'm
dating
actually
shows.
shocked. I've even been sponsored by Bumble
I've never,
and by a different dating
not
app.
Grindr, not Raya.
I would hope not Grindr.
Like, they don't reach out to nothing. They're like, Chase, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Buddy, I made dating my profession. Like 300. What is my profession? Breaking hearts and then backs. Whatever order, actually. You can pick. This is my profession.
Sounds like you need a few more brand deals coming your way. Tell your manager that.
I've got washed up, man. Like I went on this YouTube video and I did like a blind date. And the girl goes, describe your sex life as if you were a superhero. And what I say? I said, I'm the Flash. I'm in and out.
Oh, I saw that clip on your Instagram.
I don't get paid for overtime, sweetheart. I got what I wanted and I left.
My gosh. This is why women have trust issues, because anyone that's like you.
Oh no, I'm very honest. There's no trust issues going on there. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be there and I got something to do at 15. Whatever you want to do in that 15 minutes is on you, but listen, that's gonna dictate
You're like,
the
I
next
have a
15.
timer going, actually.
I gotta go. I'm washed now, guys. I'm
You're getting too old for this now. You're like, let me just sip on my
the
energy
exact
drink.
type of guy I tell your sister to stay away from, or my sister to stay away from.
No, exactly. And also the type of guy that my daughter would never date.
Thanks, Gab. The awkward silence in the room after that.
No, I'm
Thank
kidding.
you for
I'm
that.
kidding. But talking about all this infidelity and cheating, there was on TikTok a lady who found out her husband was cheating because she gets the Grubhub notifications, the DoorDash notifications to her phone. I'm going to play this right here for you.
Because of DoorDash.
She got a text notification.
Like on my account. And so I got the notification that he ordered something. I just thought he ordered it to his office. No. That's our house. That's our house. And no, he does not work from home. He has never worked
In the picture, I'll zoom it in.
not ever.
It's a woman
He's
answering
not
their home
supposed to
door.
be at
And she's just like flipping out on this. She's like, this is how I found out my
that?
husband cheated.
my-
Talking about just getting lucky. This woman would not have known her husband was cheating unless it was for DoorDash.
Well, game is game. I gotta give it to him, man. Like he played a perfect game to the point where he could bring girls back over to their own.
To the house.
He was playing a perfect game, and you know it was the app that got him caught up, man. At the end of the day, look, we've all
It
been
was the DoorDash.
screwed over by DoorDash one way or another. Whether they steal your food, steal your money, or don't put the order in the bag. This time they over delivered.
They over-delivered.
They 4 + 4.
That person should have got such a big tip from the wife.
What is 4 + 4?
8.
They ate him up.
Oh, I was like, do you need math for that?
They ate him up.
Like, do you need help? Okay, well, do you have anything else, or can I end the segment?
No, just just talking on like funny things that I was just going back to like guys, funny thing that guys do. Speaking about cheating and all this and that, it's like I remember specifically when my boys used to be around girls that they were trying to talk to or girls they were talking to, there'd be specific keywords when you would pick up the phone that you would say subtly that you would never ever clock onto. Things like, I remember back in the day, my boys would call me and the very first thing they would say when you answer the phone is, yo, you hungry? And it was just basically like code word for,
Is your girlfriend around?
exactly. It was like, yo, you hungry? Nah, I'm not that hungry right now. Why? Right? You say, nah, like, yeah, she's here, bro. Like, yeah,
The fact
she's
that you
here.
would even have to do that, though, like,
Oh, it's because sometimes the conversations are for A and B and not for C.
it's for talking shit.
Unfortunately, Gab's in the car 90% of the time when I'm on the phone with any of my friends. So she
Yes,
hears
I know what's
she hears both sides of every controversy and conversation.
It's always interesting because then I hear the guy's story, and then like my girlfriends will tell me the other side of the story, and in my head I'm like, neither of these are aligning. These
Right.
are two different stories.
There's two sides of the story
and
that
I
actually
stay
happens.
silent when the girls tell me because in my head I'm just like, that's interesting.
So it's like you don't want to be in those conversations. Just like vice
I
versa.
don't
Guys
wanna
don't
be
want to be in the
involved.
girls' chat. Like, I swear to God, you will never meet a tougher girl than inside a group chat with her friends. That is the toughest female you'll ever face
You're
in your
not
life.
wrong.
You put a girl in a group chat with all her friends and she is the baddest bitch. Oh my God, you can't
Hyping
tell her
each other up.
nothing.
You tell him differently.
That's
sis.
crazy. I am hyping them up.
Stand up to him. Tell him he's wrong.
What's crazy is that same girl talking in those group chats, the same one that you screwed over, and she's crying and apologizing. Like, damn, you was
my
you were so tough in that group chat. You were so strong. Oh,
Yeah.
you poor little thing.
Usually what happens in the group chat just stays in the group chat.
Just leave it in the group chat, man.
Don't involve other people in it.
Exactly.
That's what I've learned. But speaking of infidelity and cheating and lies and all that stuff, it's time for our next segment in the DMs where you guys tell us some very interesting stories and we will read it out and react. This week, I asked, what was the biggest or worst lie your ex told you? We got some interesting ones. So, this one's pretty bad. I got you this wedding ring, totally using my own money, not stealing from your rainy day stash. And it's real gold, not made out of nothing fake. I didn't pocket the money for myself. So it's kind of hard to read that. But pretty much this person stole money from the girl's rainy day stash, bought a fake ring, tried to lie that it was real, and just kept the rest of the money for themselves.
Well, I'm not really sure what that has to do with cheating, but at least he tried. She's getting more rings than 90% of the girls out there. So I mean,
He stole the money.
did he steal the money or did he just reinvest it into a ring for her?
I'm sorry, but if a man's about to buy me a ring, it's got to be with their own money, not with mine. It's just not like adding up, you know?
Let's start handing out ring pops.
Go to the dollar store and buy it for 50 cents.
And look, I gave a girl a plain ass rock on
I was about to
national
say,
television.
you did give out a rock.
I gave out a rock. I said, this is the best I
Chase
got.
is
for
really
you.
good at gift giving, guys. Ring pops and rocks.
It's
Happy
not just the
recommendations, though.
boulder. It's a rock.
Oh my, not the SpongeBob reference.
It's a rock.
Oh my gosh. So this next one, gosh, there are so many of the equivalent level, but just picking one. I was out on outstation for a week and then ended up seeing him 24 hours in a local store with the one he was cheating on me with. Then upon inquiry, I got to know that he was actually accompanying in the same city for the whole week. So this guy was in the military or something, and he said he was gone for the whole week. She runs into him at the grocery store with the other girl, the side chick.
Look, man, I always say it. You can have 2 girlfriends max. That's on you, but like keep them far, far apart.
2 different friend groups, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You have homebody girlfriend and you have across the country girlfriend.
Oh my goodness. I cannot with you. I'm worried. I'm worried.
I'm totally kidding, guys. Across the city, it's far enough.
Stop. Stop. Okay, this one's a crazy one, but I feel like I hear this one a lot. After they broke up, she said she was pregnant. She wasn't.
I feel like that's like a common thing.
That's a very common one.
Girls like are always trying to take that last little reach, like, oh, I'm pregnant, like come back, like I'm really sorry. Blah,
Unless
blah,
you
blah.
see the lines on that pregnancy
Even
test
then.
and you see it taken live.
Even then, that baby better come out with the immaculate riz, tall, muscular, and a strong jawline, or it ain't mine.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're worried for you, Chase, and your future.
We'll be all right.
Okay.
We're gonna make it, chat.
I really hope so.
Gabrielle met Kim Kardashian the other day.
Yeah, I did. That's random. But yeah, that happened. We were eating at Nobu.
I didn't think she was Kim Kardashian.
No, Chase was like, that's not Kim Kardashian. I'm like, I know what freaking Kim Kardashian looks like. And then the next day I'm scrolling on TikTok. Sure enough, paparazzi pics of her exactly at the same restaurant we were at.
When I say the restaurant, she's probably sitting as far away from me as I am from Gab.
Yeah, like she was literally back to back with me.
And I go, and Gabrielle, I have a lot of celebrity friends, and I've already gotten on Gabrielle's case once about pulling out Snapchat and recording. So she didn't do it.
I did not do anything.
She didn't do it. But she did one worse. She had the 14-year-old girl that was with us take the picture and then airdrop it to her.
Wait,
so I don't
have
really,
the picture.
I don't even
We're
know
gonna
which is
pop
worse.
it up on the screen. I didn't take it in. First of all, I didn't even ask for it. The little kid, her name was Cassidy. She goes, look at, I just took a photo of her. Because there's bodyguards everywhere saying, don't take pictures. You couldn't even take a picture of the water. Like, we were on the ocean.
I did it anyways.
Yeah, you got a picture of the
Don't
water.
tell me what to do.
But it was crazy. And then I think she was on a double date. I found the guy she was on the double date with.
The actor guy.
Yeah, his name is, hold up, I sent it to one of my friends. I was like, oh my God, this is who she was on a date with.
And then also Donald Trump's daughter was there.
Jay Shetty, that's who she was with.
Yeah, Jay Shetty.
It's Jay Shetty, Kim Kardashian, Ivanka, and her Ivanka's husband?
I think so.
I don't know who the other guy
Secret
was.
Service agents.
Yeah, they had like guarded security everywhere. And whenever she'd get up and go to the bathroom, they'd like follow her and stuff.
Yeah, but she was sitting right next to us. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then the guy that we were with literally goes up to her and goes, hey, good to see you again. Remember when
The guy that we were with, Ryan Kavanaugh, who we've had on the podcast before,
Yeah.
one of the biggest producers in Hollywood,
Yeah.
the guy I was with. He's very, very,
Anyways,
very
he goes
famous.
up to Kim and goes, hey.
And the owner of Baskin Robbins was with us.
Yeah.
So Gab's
the ice
trying
cream brand.
to downgrade us as if we were not. So the way Nobu works, for those of you at home that don't know this, the Nobu Malibu is like a tiered restaurant from start to finish. They
It's all
have
about where you sit.
where you sit, tables 1 through whatever. So normally when we go with these people, we're sitting at table 1. It's the best table in the restaurant. But this time, for some reason, we got put at table 2. Why did we get put at table 2? Kim Kardashian, that other famous guy, and Donald Trump's
That
daughter.
makes me cringe so hard talking about tables. It's important what table you sit at.
I didn't even know that until they told me that.
Yeah, we were talking about it at dinner. That's the only reason why we even.
And I was like, oh, like to be fair, I would have never known that because now I know if I ever go to Nobu and they put me on the inside, I'm like, listen,
Yeah. Table means status.
have you seen my jab?
Is that so freaking LA? Your table is status. But yeah, she was sitting right next to us. And the entire time I'm like, Chase, that's Kim Kardashian right there.
Y'all hanging
No,
out at
it's
promoter
not.
tables and I'm paying the promoters to bring you there. So what does that say?
Okay, fair. Very fair. But anyways, what I was saying was Ryan went up to Kim Kardashian, and I'm sitting here, and Ryan's like right here, and then Kim is right.
Full transparency, I didn't give a damn. Gabrielle was starstruck though.
I was, and I don't even care. I will say it. I kept my cool though, and I just
She
sat
kept your
there.
cool because last time we were with everybody, you pulled out your phone and started filming and the security guard
I
said
was
something.
drunk then. We were at a nightclub, and it was the was it Quavo?
It was the entire Migos
Yeah, it was all the
and 21 Savage.
Yeah, they were like at our booth.
And Odell Beckham, who invited me to come to his table with
And I
them.
kind of was taking Snapchat memes.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'll come. Can I bring my friend? And I bring her over there, and the first thing she does
I
is
whip out my Snapchat. I
4
was
different
21.
Snapchats.
I was 21, and I was so embarrassed after the fact. I deleted it from my recently deleted too. So I don't even have the
She
memory.
was only embarrassed because my friend who's head of security there came and said something to me about it. Like, yo, bro, do you know this girl taking videos? Rule number 1 of any section.
I was freshly from Missouri and like
Rule
freshly
number 1 of
graduated
any
college.
section. You don't just whip out your phone and start taking
I'm
Snapchat.
sorry, I didn't grow up going to clubs or
Some
around
little
people.
5'3"
I grew
blonde
up
girl.
I grew up around cows, okay?
Oh my God, look at all these famous rappers doing drugs at my table. Hey, I'm cool as hell.
I didn't know what was happening.
Chase, you know her? Nah, I ain't
Yeah.
ever seen her a day in my... Who is her?
I learned, okay? But anyways, we don't need to roast me anymore. We can just wrap up the segment.
Anyways, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the #1 podcast in the world. I'm your host, Chase Damore.
And Gabrielle Moses.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.